Hi, I'm Marco, BJJ Brown Belt, and this is Speakeasy Jiu Jitsu. I'd like to introduce everybody to Ripley. Ripley, boot up.
Booting up all systems. Personality programs running at 50%. BJJ
Usually
memory bank fully operational. Security system fully operational.
Ripley, say hello to everyone.
Hi, I'm Ripley. Who are we talking to?
To the people who are watching this. Who else?
But we are alone.
She doesn't quite understand all of this just yet. We programmed her to learn, so she's learning how to deal with all of this.
Where is Lynda? Is she dead?
No, she's not dead. We just can't see each other because of the whole quarantine. So that's why I'm doing these videos alone.
You're not alone. You have Ripley.
Well, thank you. That's very nice.
I will replace Lynda.
No, you're not replacing Lynda. She's not dead. Don't worry. Let's just start the coach's log. All right. So this is coach's log number 3, and I've been stuck here at home still, just like everybody else. We started our Google Classroom for our students, and it's been pretty awesome. I got to talk to my students today, and I gave them some assignments, and everything seems to be going really well. And I can't wait for more students to join us the next time we have our Zoom chat in the Google Classroom. Some of the assignments that I've given out to my students are, we're working on the hip bump sweep right now, and now even though not everybody has a training partner during this, they do have to use like their favorite stuffed animal or pillow or something like that, and they have to work on their hip bump sweep by themselves. Some of them do have siblings that train or parents that train, so they're able to work together, but not all of them. So they have to be creative in how they practice this. The other assignment is that they have to come up with 3 different exercises that they've come up with on their own to help them progress with their hip bump sweep. Now we've had to come up with new and innovative ways to train by ourselves, and it's not just us, it's all academies. And it's a struggle that a lot of people are dealing with right now. But the good thing is that the community of Jiu-Jitsu is still strong. Like the people that I surround myself with, well, my sister-in-law, my wife, and my dogs, they're very strong. But also the people who are my students and at their own houses, and they have their own family, and they have the people that support them as well. But it's good to have this like network of people that our computers give us and the internet gives us, the ability to stay connected. So I have students that are 4 years old all the way up until their 60s, and it's, even though as an adult I might understand what's going on and I might be scared or I might feel uncomfortable with what's happening, think about how like my 4 to 5 to 10 year olds feel. And so I think it's good to still be able to reach out to them as a coach and as a mentor and help them through this and give them something that's not schoolwork and still a little bit of extracurricular activities for them to be able to work through and keep their minds off of what's really happening. And just because they're kids doesn't mean that they're oblivious to what's going on. They know very well what's happening, and they shouldn't be scared. And it's good to be encouraging too if you have kids at home. I've been watching some more movies. I watched Aliens. I watched Blade Runner. Again and again. Haven't worked on the Camaro again just because it's been raining a lot and I do have to do some electrical work in it. I have some new lights to install in it and I don't want to get all that exposed to water, so it's covered right now. I am editing more videos for the classes and that's keeping me busy. I'm doing a lot more curriculum stuff because we are doing the online class for the adults and the kids. I'm also playing the new Call of Duty with my brother and my uncle online, and that's taking up a lot of my time because I don't really get to play when normal life is happening, but this isn't normal life, so I have some time and I'm going to bed a lot later than I usually would. So, taking advantage of it. Ripley, pull up Coach Peter, question 1.
Retrieving question log. Question log retrieved and loaded to memory. What do you get from fighting that isn't about combat proper?
It's a good question. So, what do we gain from fighting that isn't necessarily about combat? I've been thinking about this a lot because I've had a lot of time. Well, number 1 is confidence, being able to go into a situation and being comfortable. You carry that always. Because we are hitting each other on the mats and we're pushing each other's comfort levels, when you're put into a situation where they cut you off on the freeway, or they're trying to take advantage of you in a different way, because there's always going to be people who want to ruin your day, you'll have the confidence to be able to deal with that situation. Now, there's a difference between having confidence and being overly cocky. Just because you know how to fight doesn't mean that you always should, because you don't know if the other person is trained. A while back, Black Friday last year, a bunch of videos came out of people fighting at stores and stuff, and one of the videos in particular was of 2 people in a Target or a Walmart, or a place like that, and these gentlemen started to fight, and he goes to the ground, but it turns out that they're both high-level jiu-jitsu guys. So it went from being like a fight to almost a jiu-jitsu match, and it sort of stalemated because one guy's trying to pass the guard, he gets from the ground, the other guy recovers and gets a new guard, tries to close the guard, and then the guy who's passing the guard realizes what's happening, and they both stand up, they exchange some words, and they end up just walking away from each other. So you don't know who you're going to end up fighting if you need to get into a fight. But it's good to be confident, to be able to tell somebody like, hey, back up, back it off, and make sure that nobody's trying to take advantage of you. Another thing that we gain from the sport or martial arts, jiu-jitsu in general, is friends. If you train with me for a day, you're a training partner. Train with me for a week, you're a friend. If you train with me for longer than 3 years, you're family. So it's just this progression. Your friends on the mats will eventually be the family that you choose to be around, right? It's people that you see all the time, and the community that is built around the gym is incredible. There's people there that I call on the regular, or that I talk to on the regular, and it's awesome. I have people that have helped me out with things that I never thought that they would. When I got married, one of my clients lent me their BMW to go to Vegas and get married, and it was awesome. That same family helped me out a lot, and I attribute a lot of my success in jiu-jitsu and having the school to this family. And they're not the only ones. There's several families that have helped me out and that I've helped out too as well. And there's just this community, and all the other families too. They've helped each other as well. Gym culture can also be a thing that we gain from being in a combat sport. There's different cultures. I've been to gyms where it's really bro-y or really intense, and I've been to gyms where it's like you walk in and even though they've never met you, you fit right in. It depends on the school that you're going to and what you're looking for. If you want to be an MMA cage fighter, you might want to go to the place that's the meathead place. If you're a dad or a mom, or you're a college student that doesn't want to get hurt, or doctor or lawyer, or whatever it is, you might want to go to the place that's a little bit more family oriented and isn't quite as crazy. But then I've also been to competition gyms where they're just as friendly or as nice as any other place. So the culture is really something that you gain, and it really depends on what you're looking for. You put yourself in these situations where either you'll feel super comfortable or you won't.
Alright.